Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Potter speaking, and a warm welcome to this week's Walking Wednesday. And I say warm, but there's actually quite a nice breeze right now. I don't know if it's just because I've just come out of a very heated wizards battle, but I seem to be feeling quite alright, you know? So yeah. But basically, the wizards battle thing is basically that I brought my wand from one of other studios along, and apparently my cousin's daughter had one as well, so we had a bit of a wizards battle. There's a bit of a duel. Of course, we couldn't do the bow on the 10 paces because we already were doing social distancing, so the 10 paces didn't really apply, especially on her end. I mean, she is like 8, so she's like up to there, so you know, paces aren't really aren't really an issue. So what was I going to say? Yeah, so this week, you might have noticed that compared to last week's massive, gambit of videos, there wasn't really that much that I ended up doing. Well, at least this week, visibly. And part of that is true, but I've mostly been working on the audio for Puppy Love, because I want the first 2 episodes to be out, during Pride Month. But on the other hand, I do acknowledge the fact that what was I going to say? I do acknowledge the fact that it's up to Mimi and the visuals, although she says you can power through it. To be fair, Mimi is quite quick when it comes to making gachas, which does raise the question as to how easy it is to do gachas on mobile, because I would have thought that, without so much voice acting, it might be much quicker. I mean, I thought it would be more difficult because of, the lack of control, no buttons to press or anything. But who knows? Maybe I just bypass the touchscreen generation, even though that is the generation I'm in right now. Well, I say right now, it's the exact one I'm always in. I should probably not be venturing into the woods, but there was a couple coming over there, so I'm going to try and loop around before my hay fever sets in. So, apparently the Diamond Jubilee was the thing here. Queen Elizabeth I Fields in Trust. Not Elizabeth I, sorry, Elizabeth II. Should be able to read that properly. I can't zoom in properly because that's obviously a feature that's because I'm on selfie mode. But oh well, not to worry. As for what I was saying, speaking of that, apparently the royal family, one of the Queen's sons was apparently at a food bank in the town I live in, and then one of the persons said, "Oh yeah, wow, we're so blessed that he has touched our food," or something. Which, I mean, I suppose if you still believe in the whole divine ordained thing of royalty, I suppose you do you. I'm glad that there's some, royalist still around. Partly because every time the royal family gets brought up by any of my American friends, it's always wondering how much we revere them, or how much we do not, as is often the case, actually. Yeah, the Americans I talk to don't seem to fully grasp the fact that we've moved on since the days of monarchy, and they're now fully, purely representational. It's not like they're a symbol of the past, like in Spain or anything, where there's a little bit of more of a heated debate about that. Well, there especially was 6 years ago when Juan Carlos I abdicated. But yeah, over here we just largely let them be. And yeah, that's probably the way that it should be, honestly. It's good to have a monarchy having some sort of representational aspect where they're not really given power by birthright or anything. They're just there. Honestly, I don't see a problem with that. Again, others do. You do you. If you want to revere them as per the old days, you do you. But yeah, there's a lot more there's a lot wider range of viewpoints of the royal family than people seem to realise, is what I'm getting at. Anyway, back to the week. So, before I forget, I am safe, I am healthy. If I start sniffling in this recording, it's because I get hay fever, and not because of anything else. I keep forgetting to do that at the beginning. Like my dad made a good point that I should establish that everyone is safe, which we are, you know. No, me and my family. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing more and more whenever I'm out and about that lockdown really is seeming to come to a premature end. They haven't officially announced the end of it, but I've seen people move in higher groups than 4, let's just say. Some school grounds have actually opened again, and there seem to be people playing around in them as if nothing had happened. And they seem to be all very close in age, so I am to assume that they're not siblings. Although, who knows, maybe there's some quintuplets going on, because I did see a group of 5 girls at one point. Yeah, who knows. I seem to have reached the end of the road. Quite literally so. Which way do I go? Hay Fever City. Slightly secure. Yeah, okay. Down here we go. I always end up going straight ahead and then wondering about. At one point I'm gonna draft an entire map of Crawley like I did with Liverpool. You never know. So, I'm gonna think. I'm also by the railway now. That's visible. Okay, I'm not sure if it is. Actually, I can see that. Yeah, railway. I don't know. But yeah, so puppy lovers in the background of what I was doing, and basically, well, that's it. I don't really focus on much else this week. I'm still waiting on those 2 reviews, although I did acknowledge that in the video that I uploaded earlier today, which was, of course, the gacha review of Alone, which is a mini movie. Well, I say mini movie again. It's 5 minutes long. Like, how short can a video be before it's no longer classified as a mini movie? Like, because I mean that one 5 minutes and 19 seconds. What has it got to be? You know, is it below 5 minutes? Is that the marker for a mini movie? As I've said before, other than episode 8, part 2 of the Mutant Girl, then that every Mutant Girl episode will count towards that. So, not exactly a precise measurement, but yeah. So I reviewed that mini movie with Mila, which I was not expecting to happen, and yeah, we had vastly different opinions on it actually. Like, she actually enjoyed the storyline. I personally did not. It was quite strange. Well, I mean, I say quite strange. I know that plenty of people disagree with me on my opinions in the past, especially regarding certain gachas. Well, not really so. I mean, mostly Nasib just defends herself whenever I review stuff with her. But yeah, it does raise that question. But yeah, just in general, I seem to in general, I didn't expect her to just side with the fact that it just had boys. Apparently that's the secret formula. Just get male voice actors, and apparently you're set. Which, if that were true, the Mutant Girl would have taken off a long time ago, because I had plenty of male voice actors that have come and gone, but they've been there. Although granted, most of them voice the same characters or disappear after a few inclusions. I can't seem to shake that from happening. So I'm just determining what's the best way to go. I discovered a new park today. I mean, bear in mind, I've been coming to this town since I was 3. It's like my first plane trip ever was going to Crawley. In fact, it was my first experience of Great Britain in general. And yeah, I'm still discovering new things apparently. Oh, I'm on the other side of the railroad, that's why. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting because we used to go to the same 2 parks. Yeah, who knows? I'm sure that if you took time to, you know, document everything in an entire city, then you'll gradually discover everything. Again, I'm like in Galucia's Minecraft movie, The Wandering Special. Which I wonder how much that has aged, actually, because I haven't watched that in a long time. I think it was the first video that I watched that was over an hour long. So, yeah, I'll see. I wonder, because it's such a simple idea. I've been thinking about that because I've been trying to see if I can get that Tales of Seneca North cinematic scene at the beginning of episode 9, which is the reason that Seneca North hasn't come out in several months, because I wasn't able to get people to do that. But in this regard, I'm starting to think that, yeah, the simplistic days of Minecraft roleplays, they seem to have faded, because although Minecraft declined in popularity, it seemed that the Minecraft roleplay was almost the reverse. Like, the more that people actually started investing in it, in the higher production value we got. Hello! The higher production value we got, and eventually it just ended up becoming, well, Minecraft anime, essentially, as Afmal puts it. So, in a way, I can kind of see why those things stuck around, and why My Street, even after the supposed decline of Minecraft, was still going strong. It's almost like that was an independent concept from what we got to know as the Minecraft roleplay. I'm not sure exactly if that's the case or not, but I mean, I can harbor a guess. But yeah, it seems that you know, the people that inspired me to do Minecraft roleplays back in the day, you know, before I knew about Afmal at all, like Paul Soares Jr., for example, their content, even people will go back and watch it and remember a simpler time, but if anything like that comes out today, it doesn't seem to do well. I mean, if it does, like, point me in the direction of it. I mean, I won't review it because that kind of thing is very difficult to review anyway, especially from a first-person perspective. But in general, I would have thought that yeah, it does seem like that kind of thing just doesn't work anymore. Which makes me wonder if it only worked originally because we didn't have anything better. Which would be distressing, because in a way, like the whole idea of the modded roleplay and what Minecraft Diaries Origins was founded on was the idea of somewhat getting into character, or fully getting into character by the end of it, like in Tale of Kingdoms and Legend of Hoodie, and going along with the mods, and having the experience play out in the same way that the mods would. Dare I say, it was like going in-universe into what every mod or mod pack was there to offer. So, like Tale of Kingdoms, easily Paul Soares Jr. could have just done the whole thing out of character. He started somewhat out of character, but then he got gradually into it. And then slowly over time, he got more and more into the universe, and as a result, so did we, the audience. I mean, I wasn't there during the heyday of that roleplay, which was when it was coming out. I found it about 2013-ish. By that point, I was still watching Minecraft Dad that was my experience of Paul's videos. Let's go this way, actually. But yeah, in general, I just but yeah, I still thoroughly enjoyed it. It's almost like kind of like a lost art. In a weird way, Mystic Hills, when I started watching that as a fan before I joined the show, was sort of like that as well. It was all the way that My Street Season 1 was kind of formatted, in a way. And I'm not saying that as a point of comparison between the two shows, I'm just saying the formatting is similar. I.e., NPCs, dialogue being talked over, voiced by the same person, and the scenes were more crafted than, say, Legend of Hoodie or Tale of Kingdoms. But yeah, even then, it does seem to it just seems to take me back to a simpler time. Because in a way it was almost like in a time when My Street was getting way too serious, it became laid back until the whole Mystics thing started, and the whole issue with I guess Matty's ideas or whatever it was that ended up being. I don't know if there's necessarily Matty in general, but I think the combination between the two of them, suddenly the series became much more about the Mystics aspect than the high school roleplay. And we had the whole like Mystic King, Leon going to prison, all that stuff that eventually tuned me out of the series. Like, I still read the scripts to it, obviously, because, well, I kind of had to. But beyond that, not really. So, it does make me wonder about that. Because it's like, what do I look for in a Minecraft roleplay? There's so many wide varieties of different things, and I guess from somebody who had no budget, being inspired by Paul Sawyers Jr. back in the day versus inspired by Aphmau was actually something that I could, that's something that would have benefited me. I mean, yes, it took me literally nowhere, because I guess by 2015, the Minecraft Diaries format was starting to come into popularity, and I didn't know about it at the time. Or maybe it's just because, you know, the videos were filmed and recorded terribly. Like the video was bad, the audio was bad, everything was bad. So I'm not entirely surprised that it didn't take off. Although, if I'd known any better and how to actually, you know, do it properly, I wish it would have done, because I do want to get into Minecraft roleplays. Like, I know that I'm more into gacha now because of the whole like cinematic microcosm thing that I keep on preaching, but in a way it almost seems like, you know, going back to Origins that way. And I'm sure that given the resurgence of Minecraft, maybe there's a chance now for these roleplayers to come back into popularity. Although who knows, given that Aphmau's moved to Minecraft Butts, perhaps the fashion is dying out altogether. A bit like Minecraft parodies. There are no Minecraft parodies anymore, apart from the ones done by that kid channel that, you know, that everyone makes fun of. It's like a dead art now because of that. And that's just a shame. Maybe I'll make a Minecraft parody. Well, I have one recorded. I've had one recorded for about 2 years, but I never got around to doing the music video. So I'm interested. Now that I have a crew and such, maybe I'll get around to doing that. It is kind of about wandering out thing, after all. And I have all of the footage on that computer that I still have, so in a way I suppose it would be fine. Although actually no, that was my red computer and I've got a different one. Oh, that's going to be tough. I do wonder whether I'll get around to doing that, because we recorded a whole music video and I want to release that. It'll be a shame if it doesn't. But yeah, we'll see. It's in Spanish, so it might bomb like all my other Spanish videos did. Well, who knows? Maybe now there are more Spanish-speaking subscribers that I have, and the people just won't know. So yeah, I guess I might get back into Minecraft roleplays in a way. If I get that scene done for Tale of Kingdoms, not for Tale of Kingdoms, does an Ichanoth, then I'll see. That's something I should really work on. You know, I've inspired myself now once again to work on Minecraft roleplays. It's weird how you can do that with just one conversation with yourself. I've also been, I also talked with Aiden about new status quo changes for the Mutant Girl. Given what happened in episode 3 and how refreshing the slice of life aspect of that series, you know, was after it had been gone for only 2 episodes, it's almost like suddenly it's back to form, and I'm, you know, I enjoyed it much more than I should have done because of the whole Naseeb departing thing. So yeah, in that way, it does kind of seem like the whole slice of life aspect is what to return to. And now I have a rough idea of what to go with all the characters because of stuff that either Aiden or myself suggested. So yeah, Aiden is a good script doctor despite anything I say about his writing. At least he's got good ideas. And that's something that he got commended for. It was his birthday this week, and we made a whole video for him. So that was good. That was fun to see, actually. Especially since I did the same thing for Roxy on her birthday. And yeah, it's something that, what was I going to say now? See, sniffling for hay fever. No, I completely forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, so, Aiden's birthday. Yeah, Alex commended him for how he came up with so many new ideas and such, like with stories on the fly, and that's a very important skill. Like, that is something to marvel at. Although I've been looking back at some of my old books. Every time I go on one of these supply runs, I take a book with me, usually a different one to the last one, and I've been looking back and I've been thinking about the way that I've crafted stories and how I come up with good ideas, but sometimes the execution of them was not that good. I guess looking at Erasmus the Elf, it's kind of the same idea. So if anyone's got that book, I apologize in advance. So yeah, on that note, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. I'm sure I'm forgetting something important that happened this week, but I don't know anything else. And quite frankly, the whole Minecraft roleplay thing threw me off because just something that I like to talk about. But yeah, on that note, until next time, farewell.